is Toya. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking. Today we are going to be talking exclusively about Married at First Sight. I'm about to jump right in. I'm not going to spend all this time with all this other stuff, all this extra stuff. I'm just going to jump right in. I want to talk about Married at First Sight. I love this show. I love this premise. I love love. I love the fact that they just take strangers, bring them together, and they could just instantly be lovers. Everything about this show I enjoy. But their ratio, their success rate sucks. So I think it's time that we have this discussion. 90 Day Fiance, not 90 Day Fiance, I love that show too. I just did a video about that. It's on my brain. When you talking about that, we talking about Married at First Sight. Married at First Sight. Y'all need to rethink some things and do some things different. And y'all have been making some great changes, some great strides that I approve of and I think that are great. But y'all still need to do better. Okay? And I'm not going to leave y'all hanging. I'm not going to sit up here and tell y'all need to do better without telling y'all why and not telling y'all what to do. I'm about to tell y'all exactly what to do. Because we, the viewers, want to see these couples last and make it forever. And the potential is there. But y'all need to do better. I don't think these couples need to do better. I think y'all need to do better. And I'm going to tell you why, because I wrote it down, because I ain't want to forget. And I'm not letting y'all rush me. Y'all, every time I cut my camera on, y'all try to rush me. Not today. Just for that, I'm really taking my time. Okay. I feel like this is basic. Why do we even have to talk about this? Why do we have to say it? But we do, because y'all keep messing up. And it's two couples that hit all three of these, which is why I'm convinced these couples ain't gonna work. I hope they do. I could be wrong, but I don't think they're gonna make it. Because of these 3 points that needs to be changed on Married at First Sight. And I'm finished. Let me stop belaboring. Okay, I'm gonna put a time step at the bottom so y'all who I talk too much, y'all can go right to it. 308. Number 1, communicate. Can y'all please stop putting people on this show who don't know how to communicate? If you are an adult and you don't know how to express clearly how you feel to others, especially a significant other, please stop putting these people on the show. Don't y'all do thorough investigations on these people? Y'all need to start talking to these people, family and friends. Y'all need to start talking to these people, bosses. How are y'all vetting these people? Don't y'all do interview after interview after interview after interview? And how are you getting people that's coming on a show where you have to talk and communicate, and these people can't even have a conversation? Christina and Henry? Oh my God, if I had to talk to Henry for 1 second, I would scream. If I had to have a conversation with Henry, I would lose my mind. You kidding me? You a grown man and I still don't know what you thinking. I done got myself all ready as a bride, thinking I'm looking my best that I've ever looked. Walk down the aisle and you can't look at me and say you're pretty or you look nice. Even if I'm not what you wanted, you could be like, I like your dress. You need to be able to verbally communicate to come on this show. So number 1, Pastor Cal, can y'all stop putting people on this show who don't know how to talk and cannot communicate? Please. Number 2, open up and get to know other people. Now, there is somebody for everybody. There is somebody for that person in a shell, in a cocoon. There is somebody for them. I'm out of focus. Okay. But that person shouldn't be on the show. That person can find love. That person can be matched. That person can have a great, successful relationship. But this show ain't for them. If it takes you 10 years to open up and let me in and let the walls down, this show ain't for you. This is an experiment. This is a fast-paced show. This is fast. Everything is heightened. Everything is elevated. We don't have time for you to have to let all your guards down and let all your walls down. If you are guarded and you don't let people in easily, do not sign up for this show because it's not for you. You need to do something else or go on another show. But this show ain't for you. This show is for people who can evaluate situations. They can adapt quickly. They can be flexible. This show ain't for people who need a year to be able to have an intimate conversation. It's not for you. Stop casting people who take all day to be able to open up to somebody else. I feel like this is elementary. You going on a show to meet somebody? Oh, it's still such I can't think. It's to me waking up to somebody and having to go to lunch and they're always being there. That is what marriage is. If you need a big adjustment, if the thought of being single one day and the next day being married is too much for you, this show is just simply not for you, which is okay. Stop signing up for the show. Please stop casting these people who take forever to be able to engage somebody else. I don't have to know you for 8 years to let you into my heart. Why? How sway? But if it does, there's nothing wrong with you or nothing wrong with that. But this show is not for you. I feel so sorry for Christina in this New Orleans Married at First Sight. Like, I feel her. Now, I do think she a bit much. I do think she needs to tone it down a peg or two. I ain't caught up all the way either, so don't y'all send me no spoilers. I'm only at, where am I at? I'm at, they just had dinner with their family and friends, so I got to catch up. I'm going to try to catch up by this week. So don't y'all give me no spoilers. But I couldn't deal. And his friends like, oh, he'll eventually warm up and he'll eventually come around and he's a great person and you can rely on him. Well, I don't have time to figure that out because we only got 8 weeks or however many weeks. So how do I know he's going to do that? Stop casting these people who need all this time to open up. Just stop it. Okay? Last but not least, closing it out. I'm trying to say this the most gentle way without sounding like, something that I don't want to sound like. But if you need a year to be able to have sex with your partner, this show ain't for you either. Miss Iris, who was on there with Keith. For real though, did y'all see Keith? Like, for real. Let me just leave it there. You need a year to have sex with your spouse? This show ain't for you. Sir, ma'am, this show is not for you. It's not. I'm not saying y'all got to sleep together the first day, the first 2 days. However, that should not really, it should be open. Like, you should come into this like, if the sparks is there, if the chemistry there, if it happens, it happens. If it don't, I'm not going to rush it. I'm not going to, stop it. But you shouldn't come into this with the mind of, oh, it's going to take me such and such amount of time. If the idea of being intimate with somebody who you just met, even though they're your spouse, if you can't in your mind see yourself consummating that marriage, I'm going to say within the first couple weeks, the show ain't for you. This show just ain't for you. This show is for people who ready. Do y'all know what ready means? Ready means I'm ready. If I say I'm ready to be on the show, that means I'm ready to be a wife. Being a wife, part of your responsibilities is, So if you can't do that in a reasonable amount of time, it's fine. That's okay. You can go slow. You can take your time. Nobody gonna rush you. But this show just is not for you. Stop casting these people. Y'all, please just stop casting these people that need 100, that need all this time before they sleep. Meanwhile, they done had 1,000 one-night stands. But you married now, but you act like you just can't get comfortable. So irritated because it happens every season. Every season it happens. And I'm just going to throw this in here for extra. This is a bonus. This is extra. And I'm talking to, who am I talking? I'm talking to Miles. And what's the other guy? Miles, that's with Karen. And it's another one. Oh, Henry. I don't like nothing about Henry. This is the tip for y'all. Because obviously y'all don't know nothing about women. Some women, I'm not saying all, don't like to initiate. And they're not going to. Above all costs. If you ever feel like you want to ask somebody for a kiss, you shouldn't. You don't deserve one. You ain't getting one. Y'all men need to man up. I'm tired of y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all can say whatever, but I'm tired of y'all casting these weak. I'm just adding this in there. I'm tired of y'all casting these weak men. If these men ain't confident and they don't know how to have a woman, like, I feel like you should get men that know how to have a woman. You see, how you see a woman. Now, this is the last episode. Karen, I love her and her little natural hair. She come out there in that old sexy yellow dress, and her back all out, and he like, girl, you looking good. Why was it natural? I'm a woman and I know what to do. Why wasn't it natural for you to go over there and just put your arms around her and be like, girl, you walking around? I mean, that's your wife. Girl, you walking around here like that? What I'm supposed to do? Like, bro, don't put people on this show that just ain't got no game. That's just clueless. That just see a woman and just don't know what to do with them. Just stop casting these weak men. That is the most irritating. Y'all need to stop. If the men, I'm sorry, if the men ain't, I ain't gonna say aggressive, but kind of assertive. If the men don't know what to do with a woman, they shouldn't be cast on Married at First Sight. That's half the problem. These weak men they casting. Scared to ask their wife for a kiss. Y'all been married for 2 weeks and you ain't got a kiss? I mean, a kiss? It took the game. That was the first time I said, oh, he in heaven. His wife is on. This on my Miles and Karen when they had the couples night. His wife on his lips and somebody dared him to kiss him. Oh, he's in heaven. But that's your fault, Miles. You sitting up here, you got this whole woman sleeping next to you every day. I'm sorry, y'all. I just thought it's just natural. You put a man and a woman next to each other. Well, it happens. I mean, why is y'all making it so hard? Thank y'all for watching. Could you please leave me a comment? Leave me your thoughts. What are you thinking? Did I go too far? Or are y'all feeling me? I'm out of here.